Wase wengi husema challenge ya kuanzisha biashara sana like hizi ma SMEs, MSMEs ni capital. Una agree na hiyo ama una feel like what's the biggest challenge sana ya my youth wanadai kuanzisha
biashara? Yeah, that's very true actually. Capital is one of the biggest problems, right? And sometimes I laugh when I see articles that say businesses you can start with $500 or businesses you can start with $1,000, right? In my experience, businesses take a lot of capital because you will not get it right the first time. You have to be ready to change and spend money. So, and I like to look at big businesses or like great businesses to see how they deal with these things, right? Because the formulas are kind of simple. So when you look at a lot of big businesses, they don't make money for so many years in the beginning. Okay, companies like Amazon, Uber, they don't make money for the first 10 years even, right? And the reason is because they have to invest a lot of money in the business. So whenever you start your own business, you have to invest money into it. Okay, and it's important to find out how much money. So that's where now it becomes a challenge being able to access that capital, right? Especially when you're starting. Most people who can lend you money need you to have been in business for a few years. Yes. So it is a very big challenge, I agree.
So Steve, wewe unachukua products zingine from kama Kenya hivi?
Yes. So our like going with the core values of celebrating Africa, we strongly believe in creating income for people on the African continent, right? So because of that, we make all our products in Kenya, right? So these t-shirts, right, for instance, these ones were not made in Kenya, right? But this was the first iteration of the business. So as we've gone on, we've focused a lot on making our products in Kenya so that we can create income for those artisans who are in Kenya, right? It is part of our company core values to do that, right? So yeah, so as of now, like all our beaded products are made in Kenya.
Wow.
Yes.
Manze hii tuna appreciate tu manze cause sahi kama Kenya textile industry sahi ilikuwa imekufa kidogo.
Yes.
So na nini sana kwa art pia. Kuna vitu nyingi zilikuwa hatuja promote, so like entrepreneurs kama nyinyi pia kuna Mindfied wana promote products za kina Njugush, Benet, Abeli Mkurugenzi. Na zinatengenezwa by knitters in Kenya. So mnawa empower kweli manze.
100%, yes.
Yeah, manze ni kitu fresh sana.
Yeah. We have so much talent, you know, that's the thing. We have so much talent back home. And we have people who are willing to work. Unajua, kuna watu wako, they are ready to work. All they need is a chance. Unajua. So so we believe heavily in creating that income. And also another big part of it is there was a study done by UN, right? So walikuwa wanaangalia what is the best way to make an impact, right? I think we were talking about this the other day, being a thought leader in philanthropy, right?
Yes.
So they did a study and they had two subjects, two study groups basically. And in the one study group, so basically they were taking underprivileged communities in Kenya, and these people live maybe in a very arid place and it's a small village. So the first study group was given resources in complete form. For instance, they were built a school, wakajengewa choo, wakajengewa hospitali, wakajengewa all those things, right? And then in the second study group, walikuwa wanapewa pesa, right? So hawakujengewa anything, walikuwa tu wanapewa pesa to mimic income, like regular consistent income. And then over a long period, I think it's more than 10 or 20 years, they studied those two groups to see which ones progressed the most and which ones did the best. Right? So wewe unaona gani ilikuwa who did better? A or B?
Mimi nikiziangalia zote ziko na benefits.
Yes.
But I think when waliwekewa resources.
Yeah, walifanya better. Yeah. What about you, Carlos?
Me, I'm actually thinking the same thing because because kitu kama shule ni kitu ina serve, unajua, like it will be there for the whole community, right?
Yes.
But I'm guessing ukipea, tuseme kama umepea hiyo pesa, hiyo pesa ni ngumu isaidie watu wengi. Like unaweza kuwa pesa umeenda umekula, umeenda, you know, unajua vile uko mtani especially kwa kathao. Nakumbuka wakati ulikuwa unatoka shule umekaka pocket money, umeka kathao, unafika pale country bus, unasema unapiga, unajua simu za jamii, unasema ka 20 bob, simu na 20 bob hapo unaanza kuspend before ufike home kwa zina kaso mbili. So inakuwa ngumu wakati uko cash kunini, but I feel like kama majengo hiyo facility, I feel like
inasaidia.
Lakini mwenye akona cash pia na feel akona hiyo freedom, anaweza piga hata biashara, anaweza.
But sasa imagine amesema it's in an arid area, remember?
Like they in a place where it's they don't have regular like regular resources and stuff, right? So they have challenges in their day-to-day lives, right?
Okay.
Bado
nimerudi
na huko
utaikubalisha nini? Mara mwisho.
So funny enough, actually it's B, right? The people in B did a lot better than the people in A.
Wow.
And the reasoning behind it is because these people have very unique challenges, right? The challenges are very unique to them on a community level, on a group level, on an individual level. But when they have regular income, remember it comes either every week or every month for a sustained period of time. So what happens is they're able to plan, and then they're able to use that income to fix the most pressing issue fast, right? You see, you can build a school for them, but if the children cannot need to spend a lot of time maybe getting water or food or whatever, the school doesn't really help. We need to fix this issue first. So that's what they found. So they found if you can give these people the income, they themselves know which is the best way to spend that money. So what happened in the first case is they started fixing all the small issues they had. They started crowdfunding, wakaanza kununua ng'ombe. Hii mwezi ng'ombe tunakupatia. The next month tunakupatia. After 10 years, everybody has so many cows. They're able now to, to build that school and to, to have teachers to teach in that school. Right? So I found that very interesting and it stuck with me. So that's why for us it's very important to be able to create that kind of an opportunity. Because back home what happens in the economy iko juu chini, right? 1 year people are doing so well, the next year there's nothing to be had, right? So that consistency, I think it allows people to plan and it allows a lot more stability. So that's one of our very close things that we monitor is we grow our business in a way where it is sustainable so that these people can be able to rely on it even in the hard times. Unaona?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Hizo tu umetupea nuggets. Nuggets mimi nilikuwa tu like, hey Steve, preach. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, manze. So last time tulikuwa tukiongea na wewe. Tuka have ile conversation about your philosophy ya entrepreneurship. Ukaniambia about focus in business. Ukaniambia about mambo na insurance. Wewe tuambie more.
That's a good question. So my philosophy in business, I've built it from reading a lot of books and seeing a lot of businesses. But I believe one of the key parts of running a business is focus, right? You have to focus your business on certain values or certain ideas, because if you don't focus, you will get distracted very easily. So when I mean focus, it could be a product line, it could be a service, right? So for instance, when you see the best companies, the biggest ones, say for instance Amazon, Amazon wakianza, they did one product, books, right? They focused on books, they became the best at it, they became the best at shipping books, buying books online. Once they did that, then they spread that knowledge to everything else, and they did it so fast because they focused, right? Same thing, you look at Facebook, same thing, one platform, and then once they became the best at it, then they scaled it. So yeah, so for us, focus means right now, for Country Collective, our main brand is Couco Beads, right? And we are focusing on Couco Beads for now. And in Couco Beads, we are focusing on bracelets, right? So for the next couple of years, we will just be doing bracelets, right? And our goal is to become the best at doing bracelets.
Yeah,
okay? Yes.
Yeah,
so
nimependa hiyo idea ya uliongea about thought leadership.
Yeah.
Na the way explain yani the philosophy na chenye unataka kufanya as Couco Beads.
Yeah.
Inaonyesha tu thought leadership, yani being the best kwa chenye unafanya and showing that example to others, yani.
Yes.
So noma sana. Alafu nilicheck hizi bracelets. Mtu anaweza jicustomizea venye unataka.
Yes.
Nikiwa hapo kwa website hadi naona kuna bracelet ya Gabon nini.
Yeah.
So hiyo ni noma sana manze. So hizi designs msa kidai kuweka design yake.
Yeah.
Huwa unawasaidia with that creative work ama unawapea the freedom to kwaje?
Okay, yeah. So we have sort of two sections in Couco Beads. So we have the custom made bracelets, which is what umeuliza, where you can make your bracelet to look however you want, whichever design you want, right? So if you send us a photo, we'll be able to replicate it 100%, right? And if you don't have a photo, you have an idea, we have that too, right? So in our customer service, you can talk with us and say, this is what I want, is this possible? Or maybe most people send us a photo of something, maybe a logo or a flag, right? And then we help you, we go through that process with you. And then once we come to a consensus of the design, we start making it. But before we finish the bracelet, we send you photos and you can see what it's going to look like, right? And then if you like it, then we complete that process.
Wow.
Yes.
Sasa tuingie kwa stock market. Nimekuwa nimekufollow for long.
Yeah.
Umekuwa ukipost about books zenye unasoma. Pia umekuwa ukipost about stock market.
Yes.
So tuambie mo. Crypto.
Yes. So stock market and investing is something I'm very passionate about. And the reason I think ni kwa sababu they're very linked to business. The stock market is where businesses are bought and sold, right? So that is, I think, where a lot of my passion connection comes in. And I also believe when kwa stock market, it's the best investment, in my opinion, right? And the reason is there are a lot of reasons, right? I know we have real estate and the stock market. Those two are always fighting for that top spot, right?
Yes.
But you can invest in a lot of things. Real estate, the stock market. There's 4 main categories of investments, right? So, and I believe as an entrepreneur or just as an individual, these are the 4 main areas you can invest in. So you have real estate, you have paper investments, which is like the stock market or crypto. It's basically assets that are not physical. You can't touch them. They're only on paper, okay? And then you have real businesses, right? So where you have control of the business. You can have like a restaurant or a salon, yes, or Couco Beads. So where you actually run the business, right? And then the last option is commodities, right? So like physical silver or physical gold, right? Or physical copper, right? So people buy coins or necklaces or chains like that, right? That is another way of investing. Even art falls into this category too. Okay? Yeah, so those are the 4 main places you can invest as far as categories go. That's how I like to break it down. And I believe for you to be a successful investor, you must have all 4 in some dimension, right? So in the stock market, this is now this is the part we call the paper investments, right? So in the paper investments, you have stocks, and then you have the crypto now, right? And then you have insurance. Yes, you have mutual funds, right? But the reason I didn't say mutual funds is because mutual funds, index funds, ETFs, anything that has fund in it is consisting of stocks, right? And bonds or bonds. So the only main categories is stocks, bonds, and maybe commodities, because you can buy gold and it's not physical, it's in paper form, right? It's stored somewhere. So that's the breakdown of investing in the stock market, right? Yeah, so I think the stock market is the best because it gives you liquidity. You can start with very small, okay? You don't need 5% or 10%. Unaweza anza na kamia, 200, 500, and you build on it every month, right? And it also gives you access to invest in the best businesses in the world, okay? So when you look at the richest people in the world, all their money is in the stock market, right? That's all the proof I need to understand the stock market is, is a good opportunity, right? However, just like everything else, there's good and bad, right? So there's good stocks and there's bad stocks, right? So you have to be able to differentiate the two. And that's what makes you a good investor. So when I hear people say maybe the stock market can crash or this and that, it's because maybe you don't have enough knowledge to be able to understand how safe it is or how risky it can get, right? Yes.
So wewe unatumia platform gani kufanya your research? Because unajua ukiwa kwa stock market hapo lazima ukuwe unafanya lots of research. Yes.
So again, for investing, you don't necessarily have to do a lot of research, right? Because there's 2 kinds of investing in the stock market. Kuna investing na kuna trading, right? So I like to differentiate those 2. And the way I do it is using time. If you buy and sell within 18 months, you're trading. If you buy and sell after 18 months, then you're investing. So when you invest, you don't need so much research because you have a long time frame, right?
Yeah, true.
So probably all you need is to know is the company growing? Does it have good management? So when you talk about research, when you're researching good management, unaenda LinkedIn, unaenda website ya company, unaangalia who is the CEO, who is the CFO, okay? You go to their LinkedIn, where did they go to school? Where have they worked before? Unaona? So kama huyu CEO alikuwa in a company, akafanya maneno huko, akatoroka, akakuja hapa, you want to know that, right? But if you see he's been in this company, he's been growing he started as an intern, and now he's the CEO, that's a good sign, okay? So management is one place you have to look, right? Because in a lot of companies, they're usually the same. Think like airlines, right? The airlines, they use the same planes, pretty much. By far, the planes are the same, right? The airports are the same, right? Everything is the same, except the people who run the company, okay? So the people who run the company are who differentiates the best airline from the worst airline. It's the people who run the company. So that's a big part of investing, is who is running that company.